Anyways. I love Rose waging war. That really goes hard. An epic battle off screen. Yeah, the epic off screen time skip battle. I did a bit of grinding off stream, did a bit of building off stream. Entire house. The whole Minecraft part 1, part 2 thing. Some off screen grinding. Dude, that whole trend is just so... Well, why did people do that? Why do you start a Let's Play to do off-screen grinding? What is even the point? I want to read everything. Finally, you are late. Hello, spider. Yeah, took control. The spider's doing the tier list. I don't know. Can I just have them sugar rushes for free? I'm too lazy to trade you. Thanks, man. Really means a lot. Okay, wait, I'm making sure everything's ready before I play the game. I have so many things open, i.e. 9. Our Neep's ready to play the game a little bit. And then I'll, you know, ramble for... It's not a big tier list. Surprise. You know, it's just me flaming the sword. I do not have a second worm robe, no. I'm kind of a worm myself. I need to open Synapse. I need to cheat. I can't do this now. I need to rebind my mouse scroll because I wish that you could do this in game. Party for mobile. They're doing a lot of things. Probably the best update ever because it's QOL and we love QOL. Everybody's favorite update in every game that's existed longer than a month is QOL. Because it feels like cheating. You get used to things and then you realize it doesn't have to be this terrible. For a scorching fist, bro. I know traders glaze scorching fist. Why would I give you it for 3 when someone will give me 3 for a void staff? Now get out of here. You expect a lot. I will give you a slicer's bomb for those 3. There you go. That is the deal you get now. Open to Hellfire key party. It's not even on calendar yet. I will make the party though. 3 is not enough for scorching fist, bro. I know you traders love scorching fist. I know you do. Yo, is this server 280 ping? This is in California. I'm switching servers. Oh my god. I got lied to. Yeah, bro, it's California. Don't look at the ping. Yeah, the little California in Tokyo. What is this? Oh my god. I've been lied to. Like, that's actually terrible. Gotta go find a new server. Nah, you shouldn't have a scorching fist. Sugar rushes are easy to get, you know. They buff swords. Yes. They should rework swing swords entirely. Shardbreaker and Kaleidoscope, or yeah, Shardbreaker and the other thing, that's 4 range. And for some reason, the toy swords should be considered daggers. They should be, and swing swords should be reworked completely. The problem is it's really hard to rework them. The issue is less so the weapon and more so boss design. Every boss is a creature that shoots projectiles. Which means that the farther you are from the creature, the more time you have to dodge them. So getting a weapon that can't do that, you know, requires you to be right next to it, and you literally have 0% chance of dodging some of these things because you're point blank. It's pretty hard to fix that without just making you god mode. But that's not fun because it's a bullet hell. You don't want a bullet hell where the meta is, oh, switch this item, go god mode. You know, you're thinking, man, that's fun. I love bullet hells. No one's gonna play a bullet hell if the tech is just AFKing. The issue is bosses. ROMG also has projectiles, doesn't it? Okay, we need to switch servers. This is not California. I got lied to. I'm a fraud. We gotta do these Troom bosses too, as well, at some point. Probably before I do the tier list, so I don't forget. I gotta get a new server. Who would have guessed? 280 ping. Oh my god. It's not even close to California. Alright, what about this server? I am not involved in the CC announcement. I have not been contacted. I have no idea. So that means they are either announcing people who don't even know, or I'm not involved. Two equally likely options, because let's be honest. I don't know who they're grabbing. CC announcement. We're actually removing CCs. They should remove CC roles. That should be the announcement. Everyone but Neep. Everybody who owns a channel with more than one sub gets... Is this server spiking? I'm switching servers again, bro. I'm gonna crash out. Or was that just loading in? Bro. At this point, the band-aid's already ripped off. We're switching servers until I find a perfect one. Fantastic. That's really awesome. Don't worry about the queue, because when I'm doing the tier list, people seem to forget I'm in the server and they don't even queue. Dude, there's literally no servers. Game's dead. GG. Okay, I'm gonna try insane tech. Bro, the small server is 16 people. Okay, is there literally no Virginia server? Is that what we're doing? Thank you, Pixel Quest. I love Pixel Quest. All right, I'm gonna try this server. Its age is 9 hours, so I have faith. Gotta go to Elion Adventures where I am a CC. CC is content creator. Someone who knows how to use OBS and owns editing software. The problem is they really given CC to people who don't even have editing software. This server is full. It wasn't full when I joined it because it would have said the server is full, you can't join it. Stupid. But this server does have 280 ping, so can we have this game on today's pick literally 24/7? That'd be awesome. Because then there would be servers. We need private servers, bro. This is bad. Private. PS, please. Private servers, please. There we go. Why is people speaking Spanish? I don't know. It's a language people know. Why do you speak stupid? I don't know. It's probably Enderbolt talking to someone. The wiki master is bilingual. I'll have you know. Tier 0 totem, dude. Right, let's see if this server's glitched. The Draco. I can't use Roblox chat. He's talking about the Discord server, I assume. Why is this random noob trading me? for Draco reskin. Scrub, you literally kill the Draco for no reason every time without us. You know, we get a Draco loot roll and a Mad Hatter roll, and you get just the Draco roll, but you did 70% damage. I just don't get it. You're a mystery. Yawn, time to AFK. Boss is very hard with a shard breaker. Yeah, show me you using the new sword on this boss real quick. Dude. Show me how that looks. I really want to know. Oh, Neeb, I just stand under the boss. Easy. I do that heroes if you know. MrBeast in my gamble. What? I love MrBeast. He does things like the streamer competition where they just fight. I don't even know what they're doing at that point. Look, I'm the average AMP viewer. I accidentally, bro, I like, honestly, MrBeast is right. There is 80% retention on his videos. Somehow even I can watch his videos. I don't get it. Even I'm pulled into the 40-minute brain rot. Like, it's actually magic. I don't get it anymore. I need the tech, bro. Actually insane tech. MrBeast. Oh yeah, that too, bro. I never get the maybe it's because I'm in Canada or what, because it seemingly is that most people get a variety of ads, 20-second, 30-second. I always get the same 5-second default ad. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because I'm age verified, you know. It knows that I'm not gonna buy elf lip gloss, you know, so it just gives me that instead. This guy will probably buy gift cards. Nope. Rose 2, maybe. It seemingly does not, like, I feel like I can get other ads, but I never do. I see other people watch ads and it's 30 seconds things I've never seen. I'm like, what? That's a real ad. I don't know, man. Canada power. Servers are breaking. It's over. Fine, I'll spend 30 minutes doing a tier list while other people die in this laggy server. Insane tag. And I'll do that soon. I don't, you know, before too late I'll start, you know. I have a few rambles. Just a few. But Neep, I love the new sword. I love it. I love it. It's so good on Mermaid Cove. I literally one-shot the mermaid. Nice, bro. LD. You were the problem. Why are we killing the giant bunny, bro? Or the calendar sucks, so I don't, do we do a croons? I'm scared, bro. It's laggy. I feel like it's gonna be death. But I guess we should dabble. Anyone with a spawner, do it, trust. It's over. Watch ad option for loot boxes. You don't have one? Dang, unlucky, bro. Disrespect the bro. Someone killed him and he said squeak, and like, what a coward. Like, see, I always have the same ad. That's nothing. Anyways, I'll spawn and I get all I'm saying. Okay, day one, I was thinking about this and I'm enraged. Day one, ruins. First ruins I did that I died in, and it was one shot, and I died like the last second. I was the one who spawned it, and if I wasn't the one who spawned it, I'd have 2 extra potions. You guys all suck. That you had the Nexus and you had 2 extra potions that I didn't have. Stop dying. I'm banning you. More pages for the... I don't have souls. All right, let me make sure I have everything. Carrot cake. I'm done training you tier 0 totem boy. Except party. Oh yeah. No one's applied to the party. They forgot they probably applied to the other one. Or they're not on the server anymore. Hey man, you won't be able to trade me when I'm in croons because you won't be able to do croons because you're a noob. A war guy already found one. Hey man, trade me one more time. I'm blacklisting you for life. Matter of fact, I'm doing it now. War guy, you're not even in the party, are you? On God, you're banished. UI Zaddy. What? Scrub, how do you do this with no potions? Oh, so you were not going to give me a sugar rush. Me when I lie. Hey man, I also went to 1st grade when people used to say, it's like, oh, they're like handing me my pencil back and it's like, oh, and then as soon as you're like, all right, motherfucker, and you slap them in the face, they say, bro, I was about to give you the pencil back. Yeah, and like that's just what you did. Bro, I was gonna give you a sugar rush as soon as I kick you. I also went to 1st grade. I know the tricks. I'm not playing. I've had up to here. Neep, we can't see you. I didn't move my hand. 20, what? Oh, seconds. I guess I'll check the party. Bro, I was gonna give you the pencil back. Why'd you have to throw me into the locker, bro? Dude, I was literally about to give your shoes back that I grabbed in the gym in the change room. In the changing room when I took your shoes and ran away. Fortunately, that never happened, I don't think. Now that I think about it, that might have never happened. I might just be making that up. I don't think people did that. What did they take? Honestly, I don't think anyone took any. I think no one even used the change rooms because no one used the gym, bro. Because everyone was just doing vape or something. Not exercising, probably. I have 6 sacks of souls and 7 rune legs. That's good. The calendar sucks, which means I'm going to do the tier list, and, you know, we'll do a couple croons, and then I'll do the tier list, and then you know, you guys can do them while I'm doing the tier list, but I don't recommend that, because if I say something astronomical and you have to type in the chat, bro, what skull emoji, mid croons, you'll die. So, for on blacklist deal, nah. I'm actually a hater, so I'm actually the worst. So. I've had enough of being traded. We can't cancel trades. We can't block trades from people, so I have to block them from my life. It's the only way to solve the issue. See? I love his content. Join his server. I mean, the link is there. In the words of JB, Neep's server is only alive when he's live. So. But yeah, it's probably because people join. I mean, it literally can't be that. You're right, because there'd be a limit to how many people are joining through the link. But maybe it's people remember my server exists. I mean, it is there, you know. It's, I don't know, man. It's a mystery. Let me try. What? Fox, you're cooked. You will be missing all the croons today, Nikki. That is the price you pay. Unlucky, bro. You snooze, you lose, but you didn't snooze, you just lose. I'm gonna die. Well, that's good. Then I saved you. I'm a hero. I must be title card. Guys, all I'm saying is I was top damage, and that means you guys have to lock in because you called me bad. And I'm not even doing anything special. I'm just shooting axes. Nah. I literally switched to this helmet because I was top DPS, so the more damage I do, the faster the boss dies, you know? That cringe phase. Just lag. Bad game. Actually lagging. Uh-oh. W server lag. Not even us. We know it's not us because the boss doesn't move. Like, bro. What are we even, what is Pixel Quest even about? Read my message. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I'll just do that mid croon. Bro, the server's actually lagging. What are we doing? Yeah, you don't need to say lag. We understand it's the server because the boss is stuttering. Sick, bro. What's the server FPS? I didn't check. It must be really low. Or, yeah, really low. Well, good warm up. If you ever get in a bad pickle, maybe the boss will lag and give you a chance to think. You can see the game in slow motion because the boss is lagging. GG. Easy phase? Yeah, easy phase. The next calendar is Hellfire, so it's good generally. What can I get for 8 sugar rushes? I don't know, man. What do you want? There's 200 legendaries in this game. You want me to name 30 of them? You know, that's just the issue. I don't know, man. I don't know what I have. Something good. I will crash out. No, and it went up. GG. For me, because I just get to AFK. I forgot I had potions. Wow. I was like, man, I gotta get my HP back somehow. Oh, all right. The bottom is the tech I've learned by stealing from someone else. I swear it must be a thing with the spawn. 90% of the possible laser spawns can't reach where this is. You know, everything that spawns at the top can't even go here. If you're saying like the middle, every laser spawn has potential to cover you. Didn't you die to yeah, but I didn't die to this croons. I died to day 1 croons, which was bugged and a mess. This is basically a different dungeon. Am I lucky? 6 drops, this guy said. Yeah, didn't think so. Top DPS, dude. I can't let you in the party. You can't be trusted. You might trade me mid croons. For Chrysalis. I don't have a Crystalline sigil. I traded it for garbage because I don't care about that item. But I'll die in croons. Yeah, exactly. So I'm helping you. I'm saving you. S tier, what? You saying? When tier list? I don't know, man. Soon. When I feel like rambling. There's no world bosses, so it's kind of sad. 13k Robux on please donate. And that's called cross trading. I don't have another spawner on me, so I'm gonna go in here, and if the man who called it doesn't have a spawner, I'm banning you. Bro's a month late. What? How did you... First of all, Blight Edge for 13k Robux is crazy. Second of all, that's cross trading. You can't do that. Bro's gonna get banned. Curse CZZRSED cross traded on Roblox.com. Oh my flip. All right, yeah, so hold it for me so I can get my kill-it cakes. My kill-it cakes. I'm tweaking out just a little bit. 40. It's basically benefiting them. Still technically cross trading, but I'm not gonna get mad, so it's just funny. You do whatever you want, really. I just called a witch. TK did the phase normally. The phase where he's been strafing. Fixed. Yo, I forgot. I think I literally did the hit list on the strafe phase. Did I not? The phase was bugged when I did hit list, didn't I? Whoops. I should have waited till it was easier. That's probably why I was struggling with the phase, and it didn't make any sense because it was bugged. I forgot. Well, it didn't matter. I got it anyway. That makes a lot more sense as to why I found the phase so unfair, and it took me. That phase failed me every time, basically. Yeah. Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. Did it? By the way, I have the hit list TK video uploaded live on... Anyways. Well, go watch it now. 1 minute long. Yeah, W broken phase. I forgot about that. It started at Easter. How am I gonna join Sea Depths? For the small price of 10 sugar rushes, I will consider it. And a formal written apology citing all the victims. Yeah, boy. Give me that. I'm a thief. I said grr, bro. Oh yeah, I need to get my own banner at some point. I'm still using Fire's banner. I'm a thief. Bro actually needs HP pods. Well, yeah, there's one phase that's just annoying. I don't know how you do it. Oh, it's probably because you have 6,000 vitality, right? Probably how. Yeah, now put Baller at the top of S tier. No. You tried to extort me for a Scorching Fist. 3 for a Scorching. Who even... What kind of... Never mind. I know how you got those, bro. You found them on the ground. I may be insane, but I'm not crazy. Did I miss the tier list? No, I haven't done it yet. Probably after this croons and whatever world bosses there are, I'll ramble about how all the items suck and anger one guy who really thinks the sword is meta, but in 1 week's time, he still won't be using it. for obvious reasons. And that'll be it. That'll just be the one guy I anger. Just like when I what item did I call trash? The piercer's bow. People tell me Peebo op. Yeah, op. Everybody claims Neep is wrong about the op, and here we are with the op. Nobody uses it. I wonder why. Crazy. Bro, the op is 10k DPS. No, it's not. The op shouldn't have even been second. The only reason it was second is because it was going against nothing. It was Shardbreaker Omni Staff. Like, what are we? Of course, it's going to be second. But now, you know, pretty garbage. So I wouldn't even consider it better than Omni Staff. But honestly, Omni Staff shouldn't even be an S tier. Like, I might get rid of it. It's kind of trash, actually. I don't want anyone using it. It shouldn't be an option. It's a situational trash weapon. Anyways. I'll ramble. The boulder is really fun, though. Yes, rock. I want the speed. That's why I'm not using dough armor. Oh, and the passive that will literally never proc. Fire emoji. Uh-oh. Groundbreaking server lag. Dude. The server is terrible. All the servers are terrible. This is what happens when the small server is 15 people and there's literally no Virginia server. And California's underwater or something, because this is terrible. I love Cali. LDPS, bro, you're literally a rat. Wait, how did I do? Scrub, how did we do 39% total if there were 10 people in the room? At least 10 people. Why are people next to him? What's going on? Where's the gang at? What happened to our squad? I'm sugar rushing this, bro. I'm trying to... I did the last one, no sugar rush, because I wanted to make sure, you know, I'm warmed up. But this one, I'm just cheesing, bro. I don't care. Yeah, Scrub's basically leeching. I don't know, man. Okay, why does my one on my keyboard not work? Oh, it's very interesting. That was an interesting start to that phase. Wait, what? Oh no, the crown disappeared. I thought someone died. I was like, what? There's no death message. Who are we down to? Oh, there's a banner, Pog. Banner OP. And now we don't have to do the drag phase again. Yay, we win. Yeah. Yo, what is this? Ow! There are 20 lasers on the... That's terrible. There's 5 lasers from the top. Another kill, another nothing. I gave you gingerbread bear the other day. It's not even a bear. Oh. Give me sword, give you what? Cool. Hashtag top DPS. Fire emoji. Another helmet hits the game. So another helmet has hit the lobby. Yeah, knows how scrub is bad. Very interesting observation made by us today. That scrub is not top DPS because he is bad. Why am I bad? I don't know, man. You answer that question for us. I'll try, dude. Scrub is using baller. Yeah, because he's bad. I don't know. Scrub is using baller because he's valor poor and he can't afford potions, so he needs to live off of 200 vitality. Baller is literally tank, isn't it? I mean, he's running Cinderplate, right? Cinderplate Draco Bell. Like, bro's literally a tank build. Why are we glazing this? Balling. No. This is known info. Yes, this is no info that he loves the baller because he doesn't want to use a real weapon because he's scared of dying. Actually insane. Yo, Poppy, why are you using a Witchfire, bro? You know what? Never mind. The thing with his baller is he's doing more damage than some of these noobs. Not because he's using the baller, but it's because we're all using healing items. So the fact that he's using a Witchfire means he gets stat buffs. It's not the baller that's good. It's that no one else has stat buffs. Because we don't have flags. Usually you have flags, but this boss is hard. Not baller OP. Dude. He's running the Witchfire stat buff constantly. Right? Versus us who don't even get banners because no one's using flags. Because, you know. I mean, I could be using a Witchfire too. It could be going hard, probably. I could just throw on a Cinderplate and Witchfire and call it a day. Run that. But I'm not going to. Laggy server, bro. Nutcoat with Shard isn't their better sword armor now. Okay. So, you know how my tier list ranks things based on obtainability? The new armor is extremely difficult to get. That is relevant. It's relevant because obtainment is relevant. I rank them based on obtainment. And I know at the start, nobody understood what that even meant. They didn't understand why it was significant, that how you got it mattered. Now it's starting to matter. You're realizing. You're like, oh... Yeah, no, the new armor is very hard to get. There's very little copies in the game, I think. We're called a chasm we don't care about. Like, no one has the new sword armor. How many even exist? 10, 20, 30? Maybe 30? That's pushing it if it's 30. I'm gonna look it up. What's it called? Stygian plate? Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like there are less than 24 global loot. Stygian Plato. There are 11. Sword is the rarest. Sword, well, we don't know actually. The sword rate got buffed. I have the armor. There's 11 armors in the game. Actually, less. Someone died with one, right? There's 10. GG. Core, but no one wants to do Corrupted Bog, bro. Yeah, this guy has 2 helmets too, because he's... Let me look this up. What's it called? The Abyssal Helm? I want to see how many... There are 22 in the game. You have 2 of them. That's funny. Wait. Never mind, the bot's down. Yeah, the bot's down. Yours isn't even on this. The keys don't matter. If there's no world boss, I'm going to do the tier list. As soon as there's no world boss, I'm tier listing it up. You know, little ramble. Little ramble. I know exactly. I can't wait to... DP John Cena, dude. He's not invisible. Yeah, the problem with the set is you need the full set. GG. Not only is it not even good, you also need the full set. We need a swing sword overhaul or something. Add me. No. No. What is the emoji, bro? Twitch moment. I am ready to ruin everyone's day. But neat. A sword stonks about to plummet. The sword might as well be seen as a necrophase. Literal collector's item. Unlucky. Literally just doing croons for the love of the game. The fun of it. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, the reason we don't do bog is because we don't do bog. Like, I have blight edges. I don't need to do bog. I'm doing bog, bro. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's do 700 bogs. No, bro. Bogs are mad inefficient for everything but the axe. But when it's on calendar, I guess. Especially during egg season, where I am literally an egg. Deep what? But yeah, the sword is probably the rarest. I don't know the drop order. It's lucky that the helmet is the most common piece, allegedly, because the helmet's the most useful piece. I would run the helmet over crown for the sheer tankiness. All right, is there no world boss? No Draco? All right, it's tier list time then. I can't wait. Oh boy. We waited a while because, you know, there was no rush for this tier list. No rush at all. My volume off. To turn the image off. Yeah, turn the stream thing off. There. Doesn't the one boulder you got count as one drop? No, I'm not going to count the boulder as a drop that I've gotten from Croons. That does not count. That is not how it works. Yo, look at all the new stuff. I have it in this order. Wait. Oh, I didn't fix my order. That's what I forgot to do. Hold on. Small behind the scenes while I make sure the order is correct. Boulder. Okay. I think the order is this. Bunny ears, hand cannon. I have it biome related. I have it biome order. Isn't that cool? Fire emoji. Dozen eggs. Chocolate bunny, gambit, bow. All right, cool. Oop. What is it? What are people yapping? Why did they make a cannon reskin? Because it's the egg launcher, bro. What is it actually called? Oh boy, hold on. I don't even know what it's called. Egg cannon, yeah, okay. It is called the egg cannon. Bro, it's because everyone loves the hand cannon. The hand cannon is literally meta. Meta defining, in fact. Yeah, because we all wanted a hand cannon reskin. Some of these reskins are so stupid. I mean, the Serbo one is so like, dude. I think at least they did meta relevant items. You know, Draco. These are all meta relevant. They're kind of smart. You know, the baller, for some reason, even though Scrub is using a baller, he doesn't use the dozen eggs. It actually irritates me. Your one chance to use a reskin during Easter, and you're not doing it for no reason. I will be crashing out. Oh my Glurbo. I never close my stream thing. So the stream playbacks replay if I don't close them. If I don't open them and then close them. I never open them and close them. I wonder if that's why I was lagging a little bit, maybe. A lot of it was server though. All right. You want to trade something for Valor that is now useless. Nothing is now useless. Don't look at useless garbage and ask me to give you any of it. It is literally useless though. I don't know why they did that. Actually, I do. Haunted Robe, if it wasn't immune quiet, still would be busted. I'm looking to see if there's anything I should think about moving, but I don't think there is. Really, everything useless garbage is terrible. Anyways. Draco really best weapon. Does this look like a Draco axe? The answer is no. A Draco axe over here. All right. Let me get started so I don't spend all day here. You know, because no one wants to. Everyone wants to do after I do the tier list. You know, we'll do a few more Quoons, and then Hellfire's on calendar, so we're doing that. That's the plan. And I'm what? No, I'm saying Valor is useless. Valor traits are useless. Yeah, Valor traits kind of died. Anyways, something about Croons. I can't believe this killed me 30 times. Is everything good? Tell me if my mic breaks or something. You know, you never know. Make sure nothing explodes. God, this looks like a lot of stuff, but these are just the same items, so I just lightning round them. Anyways. I'll leave the chat on the screen, I guess. Someone say something cute, so it's on the chat, you know. Hold on. I don't want to start stupid. Hi chat. Are good. Beep boop beep boop. Does it work? I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. They have just released the second corrupted dungeon of 5. We assume there's gonna be 5. I assume there's gonna be 5 anyways. And I did not wipe 5 times on release day. Oh my god. After the sword drop rate was buffed because nobody got it for the first 12 hours, we finally learned it's not very good. Alongside 4 other legendaries in the Corrupted Ruins that don't really do anything, do they? That somewhat affect the meta. The way this tier list works is I take into account how you get it and how useful it is in the current end game. You know, because an item that really helps you get the new items is much better than it was, you know, 3 months ago if it didn't help you. Like the Worm Robe, which I'll talk about. The Worm Robe is carrying. Anyways, I always start with the new legendaries and then I move on to moving or the positions of old ones because they do balance changes and stuff. This time there are a lot of reskins for Easter, which are the same item, so they're basically the same position, but I'll still show them all if you don't know what they are. Very cool. We love Easter. It's unbelievable. Nerf Blighted Edge. Put Serbo very top right now. Slavery. Okay, what are you guys talking about? Anyways. What? Anyways. Let me close the chat for a second. Oh, already closed. Good. This is the tier list right now. Take a good look. Dodgeball S tier. I'm banning you. The first item, which you may struggle to pronounce, is the new sword. Oh my god. This weapon has a base DPS of 1360 and the armor does poison, so it ramps up a bit. The way to pronounce this, according to Google, there are two ways. It is a Viking word, a Nordic word, so the English way of saying this is Levatan, okay? Terrible. Or you can say Levitain, but I think the good version of saying this, and the way everyone should say it, is what its actual meaning is, which is like a magic wand. So you say it like Levitine, like a magic spell. That's the actual way to say it. You're welcome. Also kind of sounds like Leviathan, which I'll talk about because all these items are kind of fish related. I am humbly putting the sword below two of these weapons. This is not good because it is not a Shardbreaker type sword. It is a swing sword with bonus projectiles that shoot after you swing. So you kind of get half your DPS in normal projectiles that are affected by, walking backwards and an enemy walks into them because they're delayed. And then you get the stupid swing effect, which is destroying this weapon. Although it does a ton of damage, it's actually less than Blighted Edge at full power. And you have to be point blank. Swords are not viable because bosses are not allowing you to be next to them. The 12 defense does not save this. The 10 attack is good, makes it even better. Technically makes it higher base DPS, but because you also need the armor with this to make it good, nobody even has a set right now. Nobody has the helmet and the armor. I will not be using this sword. If they were to completely overhaul how swing swords work, this would possibly be very strong. Another sword meta, but considering it's from Corrupted Ruins and it's super rare and you need the full set, nobody's actually going to use this ever. The Levitine is dead content. GG. Is there anything else on the sword that we forget? Did they fix it? Also, the bonus projectiles are homing, so they sometimes go after enemies that aren't actually hittable, immune objects. Immortal objects, SAO reference. But that's just a bug that'll be fixed, so that doesn't really count. But again, you can't get away with this in endgame bosses. The two corrupted bosses, you can't get away with this. And basically the only purpose of this weapon and other swing swords is punching down. You want to go beat up, zombie cemetery if the homing projectiles didn't go after zombies. You want to go beat up the Arctic deer, you will be top DPS, but at what cost? No, Blight is just busted, bro. Blighted will win forever. The next item, the armor Stygian, which you can say it as sturgeon. Do you see a theme yet? We got Leviathan and sturgeon, fish. This is, of course, the base stats are crazy. It's super Cinderplate armor. You can kind of tell, obviously. And then you have the passive that is poison. That 1 second cooldown means that you can't hit 10 projectiles from a sword, Fire Claymore, Shardbreaker, and get 10 poison stacks doing 1,000 DPS in a second. You can't. What you get instead is bare minimum 1 per second, 3 seconds duration. So that's just 3 poison stacks is your cap. That's a 570 DPS added on top of your weapon if you're using a sword. So a bit of a sword buff, but Nutcracker is no longer the best sword armor in the game, which matters a lot because this is actually obtainable. Obviously, again, there's 11 of these in the game right now, so good luck getting your hands on one. But again, very cool. New best sword armor. We can finally say goodbye to Nutcoat. Let me see here. What? Every endgame boss has true damage or anti-armor. That's true. They hate us. Cancel Neep. What? The third and final drop from the new Corrupted Ruins boss is the Abyssal Helmet. Like the Abyss in the ocean. We got the full thing. We got Leviathan, we got Sturgeon, and we got the Abyss. We love fish. This, of course, super tank projectile. You can just see the stats. They're very good. The passive, very busted. Very, very busted. Negative effect is anything you imagine. Sick, armor break, exposed, burn, poison, all of it. Right? There is a 12-second cooldown, so the uptime on this is less than half the time. You know, 5-second duration, 12-second cooldown. So in 17 seconds, 1/3 of that is you being protected. Pretty good. Pretty good. It gives you God mode. This is probably the go-to helmet if you don't want to run, you know, a crown or something fighting the new boss. You don't really need this anywhere. Corrupted Bog, you could pull this too to give you super tankiness, especially in the final phase. A very strong tank helmet, which is, you know, fitting because it. Oh my god, I'm choking on help. Impossible task. Eek. It's fitting because you need something like this to get away with a sword. It has more DPS than Blight. No, it doesn't. Blighted ramps up infinite poison. Punk. Anyways. It's fitting because you need something like this to survive using a sword, getting away with it, having super god mode. But again, this doesn't save it. This honestly is the best drop from the boss, but you don't really have a use case for this. So I'm going to put it right nestled in between the Draco belt and the crown, which still carries all poison damage. You can use the crown with the sword and the poison's buffed. It's pretty good. You should use the Blight Edge with the crown as well. Best accessory. Same with the Plague, honestly. But that, you can use pretty much anything with the Plague. It doesn't have armor, so... And also doesn't poison. So that's the 3 drops from the new boss. And then there's 2 drops from the enemies leading up to the new boss. Which are honestly better. Wait, the sword was actually good. What? I mean, it slaps. Just, you can't do corrupted bosses with it. Where's my Discord open? Anyways. Gotta fix this. The Fallen Banner is the new best flag. It completely usurps Piercer's flag. So this is the new Dex flag, new best Dex flag. The way it works, don't get confused by the things. I got confused too. You place it down. So you put it on the ground and then it doesn't follow you. It's like the Frozen Heart. It's like pretty much just the Frozen Heart. You place it down, better on equips than both flags. This kills Piercer's flag, so you want a team of people with Ashes and this. You don't want anyone using a P flag. The downside of this is a bug where it overrides other cooldowns. So what that means is if you get Fallen Bannered halfway through, or if you get Fallen Bannered and then halfway through you get Ashen buffed, you know, 4 seconds go, 4 seconds till the flag runs out. Your Ashen has 8 seconds, but it'll end in 4 seconds because of this. Obviously, a glitch doesn't really bring it down at all. It's just bugged, okay? Unlucky. I will put this humble flag above all other flags, and in fact, it is pretty much stronger than a lot of these items. I'm going to put these here, and while I'm at it, I'm going to move the Piercer down here. Still very strong, but of course it kind of just griefs if you have this flag. One other downside of this flag It says 50% projectile speed. Other flags have 40%. What that means for Blighted Edge users is, you know, we have essentially two ranges. We have the range when we don't have a flag buff, which is about 7-8 tiles. And then we have the range when we are flag buffed, which is about 13. It's crazy. We have so much range. We have Ahi Reaper range. This gives you even more range. It's actually annoying. It gives you this weird extra tile. So if you're used to kind of being like, okay, I have a flag buff, I have to step back this far, this will grief you. So it can be a bit annoying. You know, Blighted is wobbling at the top because of how annoying it is. And this also buffs all short range weapons, because 50% buff on a plague is better. You get so much range. You get 9 range with that. So basically, good flag, a very good flag, busted flag. It drops from the stupid guys with the flag in the croons. Oh. And the boulder everybody likes because caveman. Super expensive mana cost. Does a ton of damage. Armor breaks big rock. The only downside of this item, because it is a ton of damage, I'm going to put it below this. Only because it armor breaks. Seer is still just purely more dump damage. The problem with this item, the reason this item is not the best spell in the game, or the best bomb in the game, of course it has no on equip, so the benefit is you can use a mushroom bomb with this, and you can use another bomb for on equip attack and stuff. Again, that's what makes it good. You use a mushroom bomb with its bomb, but it costs so much mana that if you don't have mana potions and you're fighting a boss that mana burns or quiets, you're gonna have a really hard time being able to even use your bomb. Because say you have 100 wisdom, you're getting 10 mana a second, you get quieted for 15 seconds. You can't use this unless you potion, but other spells that are 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you can kind of get away with them, especially if you're doing the new boss that mana burns you. I mean, you get 150 mana, you get mana burned, you went hitless for 10 seconds, you got mana burned, you still can't use your bomb. That's annoying. Annoying ruins everything. You can say, oh, just be hitless, be perfect. But the problem with that is we're doing these bosses hundreds of times. You need something that is consistent. And this is not consistent if you're getting mana burn. Obviously, not every boss mana burns. Not every boss quiets. So the bosses that don't mana burn, the bosses that don't quiet, you go smack them with this. But other than that, that's the only really real issue with this item. Bombs are good because you can use mushroom bombs with them. Oh, I full rambled. I did not breathe. I just, and that can, oh my God. And that is all the placements for the new items. I will now move on to the Easter reskins. Full lightning round. Only one of them is a unique new item. The rest are just reskins, so they just go in the same place. But I'll talk about, a little bit where they come from and stuff. Just the usual. And if they're cool, the coolest reskin. Which one looks the coolest in Neep's opinion? The Gambit, because it shoots chocolate bars. Anyways, that is where we're at currently. Take a good look. I will do modifications after the reskins, just so they're on the board, because say, oh, I have to move a reskin. I gotta do them. I gotta put them on the board first. The game reminds me of Festive Deaths on release. Oh boy. Anyways. The Easter signet, you craft it or get it from the Easter chest. It is a buffed up reindeer signet. And as you can see, the reindeer and worm signets, or the reindeer and penguin signets are right here. So there it goes. Very cool. The bunny ears from Mermaid Cove. It's just snorkel mask. So wherever the snorkel mask is, above it, because it looks cooler. The egg cannon, hand cannon. Why did we make a hand cannon reskin? But of course, hand cannon's an average because it's a decent starter weapon. But this one looks cooler. Oh, I covered it. See, it's right there. Very cool. The egg bomb is a mushroom bomb from the mushroom cows with the stupidest description I've ever seen. Wherever I put mushroom bomb, there it is. Use this in the boulder. Great combo. Ahi's hide. That's what this is. The Easter suit is just Ahi's from Serpent Catacombs. Just like clown costume, but they could have given this clown costume stats. But alas, where is Ahi hide? I don't know. I actually don't know. Wait, help me. This wasn't a segue. This was a real question. Oh, it's right here. It looks cooler. It also kind of has buttons like you're a clown. So this honestly looks more like clown costume than the clown costume. The dozen eggs is the baller's dodgeball. And I must say, unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. If you are using a baller, you better be using this. You can craft it for 30 uncommon eggs and 20 rare eggs. Maybe it's 30 commons. Very low crafting requirements. It's untradeable. You can't say, oh, the trade value. Use this. It looks funny. Please. The chocolate bunny is the tombstone. And of course, it looks cool and it's cute. Honestly, one of the better reskins because you can say, oh, I have a bunch of bunnies in my vault. I hope they don't get out and escape. I hope they don't run around the haven and run into Major Dev's pockets and steal his dev commands. The Chocolate Gambit, looted by Master Builder, is the deck of cards, which of course is a very strong dagger. Armor Breaks, our favorite dagger. When someone is using this, the boss is perma armor broken. The Caribou is the Cerberus bow. And it looks stupid. And here it goes. I actually don't want it to be in between these because the progression is Scythe, Cerbo, Prism Scepter. But I will leave it there anyway because the Carrot Staff, which is the Prism Scepter, is also going above this. So it's kind of, you know, if only there was a Scythe reskin, it would make more sense. It would look cooler. The Executor or Executor, whatever you want to say it as, is the Draco Axe. So, of course, everyone knows where the Draco Axe is. He's up here. Probably one of the better ones. It's a stick with a bunny head on it. So, the bunny's been executed. I know. It hurts to break your heart. You're thinking, oh, there's a cutesy little Roblox game. No, they put a bunny's skull on a stick. The Easter Blade, woohoo! It's a shard breaker, but it's a reskin. Very cool. It's actually more common. Again, all these, remember, drop from Easter chests. You don't even have to do the boss for them. You know, you do a code, you open an Easter chest, you get a shard breaker as a complete noob. We saw a lot of global deaths. But it's more common. Seemingly, it's more common than actual shard breaker. So it's honestly better. It kind of makes this look weird. And I'm starting to realize the top of this tier list is going to end up as all green just because they're going to add corrupted boss after corrupted boss. And all those items are going to be meta, let's be honest. The next 3 major dungeons are corrupted dungeons. So everything's going to be green themed. This entire tier list is going to be green. Very cool. And now finally, I have a few modifications. Actually, a few. 3. The Robe of the Worm is going far into S tier. I'm putting it way up. I'd rather have a worm robe than all these items in the new corrupted bosses. For Corrupted Bog, the final phase, its difficulty mainly was that if you kept getting sicked and she kept going in front of the opening on the final phase, you would never be able to heal. You have to Nexus. You know, 3 in a row, you're done for. On the final phase of Croons, it is completely RNG lasers. You can kind of skill it to 99% of the time, not die, but you definitely can't use skill to not get hit. But this allows you to heal because it quiets and sicks you. So this allows you to spam potions if things are going wrong. And that immediately is so valuable because you do a 10-minute dungeon, you're at the end, suddenly the lasers are full cross-section covering an 8x8 around you. You can't do anything. That's not a skill issue anymore. You're done. So this negates RNG, and negating RNG and saving time is so valuable. It's honestly the most useful item in the game right now. If the corrupted dungeons keep going this theme of being like, oh, let's sick you to make it harder, this will now be the most valuable armor in the game. Get yourself a worm robe. You think, oh, this phase is too hard to learn. I can't do it hitless. Put on Worm Robe and spam potions to learn it. You know, the laser phase, it's not even a learn it and stop bringing the Worm Robe. It is a keep it and use it forever. It is a switch for the final phase. It's amazing. That is all. You don't need defense for the final phase. Everything's true damage. The next modification, the Trickster's Vest. The reason I move it is because we already knew this, but it was higher DPS with Blighted Edge because you got more poison stacks, okay? It ramped up faster. The reason I didn't say it was good or want to use it is because Doe Armor, you know, has health and defense and stuff. It's great. But these new bosses are starting to require speed. They're starting to balance around you being 100 speed. It's just how it is. So I am moving it above Doe Armor. And I'm going to furthermore move the sword armor above Doe Armor, but I'm going to leave it like this. So basically what it's looking like is when you're doing the new boss, you want high speed and you're bringing in the Worm Robe. You're not using the sword, but if you are using a sword, boom. But of course, these are options. These are great accessories. These are, of course, great accessories as well. Draco Belt's very strong as well. You can use that with any sword. You could use that with the sword, but the helmet basically does the same thing, but with much better passives. And on that topic, I am going to move the Slicer slightly up because it is also a good speed option. And then my final modification that is planned, they gave this Emerald Belt item a passive, and I did not know about that. You look, the Emerald Belt is in the bottom right here. I was using this because it is better than a baller necklace if you're not using a healing item. If you are using a healing item, baller is better. But it is very durable, as you can see. It makes you very tanky. Gives you vitality, whatever. The passive doesn't really matter, but that's the reason I'm moving it. Because it can help. 30% when you have 1,000 health is 300 HP. You're not even red yet. Red HP starts at 25%. So if you think, oh, I Nexus when I'm red HP, this procs before you're red. If you're going really tanky setup, you can have 1,100 health reasonably in this game at a max level with a bunch of HP gear. So I'm moving this up between the two necklace. So this is my order of operations. If I'm trying to do damage, you know, I'm using the ballers. And if I'm using a Withered Lull, I'm definitely using the baller because this is not a pendant. But I would rather use this, even if I was trying to do that, than a Tooth Necklace. Just because Tooth Necklace has worse stats than a baller. By a lot, honestly. 3 seconds of attack or something. It's pretty bad. So I'd rather use this. Okay? And furthermore, I'm moving these all... I'm moving these all up these, because these are just more useful in general. Actually... I'll put them all the way up until they are below Mushroom Bomb. That's kind of where they sit. Where is Blossom Flag at? Bro, what? I'm banning you. What do you mean? And now, my last round of modifications. If anyone has anything, I'm going to do my little once-over, like I always do, to make sure there's nothing that looks out of place. Anybody has anything they want to contribute to the conversation, go ahead. You will be wrong though. Yeah. I want to just make micro changes for no reason. What happened to P Flag? This is a better version of it. And P Flag's actually griefing to some degree. Peebo meta, no. Oh, here's what I'm moving, okay? The Omnipotent Staff. It is bad. It is barely 4K DPS with a max setup. It requires you to be perfectly 5.5 to 6.5 tiles. It is hard to get. It's from Seer. The only drop you care about from Seer is this. I don't even consider it an S tier anymore. I'd rather use so many other items. Obviously, it is superior to these items, but in its obtainment, not at all. And honestly, Prism Scepter gets very similar damage. And it has 10 range and the slow effect. So in practice, most of the time, you were hitting the boss at top damage a lot more often with this item. So I am taking it out of S tier. I don't like this item. It will go genuinely below the paintball gun, but above the op. Okay, op is just a disaster. That's where it goes. Don't put Rose Gun in S. It's not good. Move Golden Arm to S tier because it has a bunch of value. I will crash out. The op is not. The op is trash. But Z-Strat now. Op is not better than Omni. Actually, it probably is. Just because bow armor. No, they're so... Okay, I'm thinking. If I was forced to use one of two items, Omni or Op, what would I use? I genuinely don't know. If I had a paintball vest, I might want an Op. Scythe in S. Yeah, Scythe is really strong. You get it so easily. Bamshi, get out of here. You have no idea how this game works. Omni is trash. Anyways. Scarf's actually kind of mid. I'm going to move Scarf. Withered Lull kills it and things like that. Withered Lull kind of is just better than it, obviously, and this is kind of unobtainable. You wouldn't even use a pendant just so you could use a Scarf. It's not part of the conversation anymore. Scrub's mad at me because the baller's an average, but it is average. Some of these are so mid. We're at the mid items. Every item I see is just bad. Why the leaf? Oh, you don't know the tech? They added a bunch of items with a lot of wisdom. Why is Witch's Garments over Prism? Because mana was more useful at some point. I will move the Witch's Garments below. I'm not moving the Haunting Pendant, bro. I think this is a better order, actually. Frostbow should be below these two. The Blossom Flag is here, by the way. It is above Soothing Pendant. Because Soothing Pendant... It's literally not... Bro, it is a... It's... Why would I... It's just... whatever, bro. What is MLD? Magic Leaf Dagger. SIBO and PB Vest should be higher. Aren't they? It's really just comes down to... Like, it's kind of awkward with order. Stabs are better than bows in the current meta. Part of the reason this is below this. There's just no dagger armor, bro. It's bad that there's no dagger armor, okay? We don't have party hats? It's right here. The party hat's right here. Slicer bow. What are you talking about? Is your brain even functioning? With my stat page. I'm seeing if there's any... I think that's it. There really weren't a lot of modifications. The Voodoo Tone. I'm not moving the Voodoo Tone, bro. Plague would be OP. You're just right. Plague would be the best item in the game if there was dagger armor. Magic Leaf Dagger stonks would be through the moon unless they made it... Okay, I have a solution. Dagger armor with negative wisdom. So it's not buffing Magic Leaf to the moon. Did you just call Lily Staff pretty decent? You skip it. In progression, you skip it. That's why it's in useless garbage. They buffed it. Yeah, 3 months ago. Dagger armor that gives 30 wisdom if you're using a dagger. Genius. I think that's it. There's nothing else. There really weren't a lot of things need to be moved. Mushroom bomb. That would actually. No, I'm gonna leave cold flame where it is, but I'm going to move the mushroom bomb above them. I'm moving cold flame down here. Just in terms of use case, it loses. But there's new sword armor, so use that with cold flame. If they overwork swing swords completely, all these items will be actually good. Takes hat, but armor. Yeah, literally. Void staff, but armor is what I was thinking. Ooh, guest set. Have you used a guest set? It's Shardbreaker DPS with the same range. It's just bad on high defense. And now paintball vest is in the game, so it's even better. The tooth necklace. Why is banana? Banana gives you 10k valor. Because valor stonks are lower, I guess. No, it's still free 10k valor. Anyways. This is my conclusion as the tier list. The setup I am using for the new Corrupted Ruins. Of course, I have my worm robe. Of course, I have this setup for damage. If I had an abyssal helmet, I'd use it. That's the only change I'd make. This is my setup doing Corrupted Ruins and everything else. Of course, I'm keeping my Blade Edge. You will never convince me otherwise. Easter ends in a few days. So if you haven't completed the egg hunt, of course, I have a guide on it. What else is there? In 3 days, there is going to be a major rebalance. I use the word major very loosely. Probably not very major, let's be honest. That update will probably not make me make a new tier list unless there is a major amount of things that need to be moved. If it's only a few things and they don't matter, you won't hear from me. If there's a few things in the balance that completely change the meta, and I don't feel like it's tier list worthy still, I will put it in a pinned message of this tier list, but I don't think that's going to happen. They're also adding 2 new legendaries. The next time I'll make a tier list will either be when they add 3, or they add the 3rd corrupted dungeon, or they keep adding dungeons that involve me adding items, kind of like when Mad Hatter got released, and even though they weren't new meta items, I put them on the tier list. It was a big deal. Floral Manta will be meta. Dude, that's a major oversight. Major Dev 5 oversight. Move Cold Emerald. Dude. But as of now, this is what the meta looks like. The Levitine, oh my god. The Levitine is not it. You cannot use it on the new dungeons, and I imagine, unless they rework swing swords, it will not be usable for the next 3 corrupted dungeons or 1x1, because bosses don't have phases where they're not shooting projectiles out of them themselves. That's the problem with it. Even though it does a ton of damage and the sword armor carries it even more, needing a full set, the sword and armor bare minimum, but also wanting the helmet, just to use this item that isn't even viable on most boss phases. We need swing swords being reworked. This is bad. Keep using Blade Edge. Use Plague with the new flag and you'll have 9 range. It's kind of crazy. I will not die to Corrupted Ruins a 6th. Oh my god. A 6th time. Bro, I can't even say 6th. 6th. Man, can they all stop adding items like depth and stuff, bro? I can't say anymore. My face is breaking or something. I will not die for a... Oh my god. I only have 5 deaths to Corrupted Ruins. There will not be another one. I have Levitine. My closing statement is we have the Leviathan sword, the Sturgeon armor, and the Ocean's Abyss helmet. That is that. How do I close my tier list? All right, that's that. Very cool. We can finally play the game again. You're not showing the game. I know, bro. I know. Yeah, I spent 10 minutes rambling about nothing at the end. Deep knows how to levitate. Yeah, I cast the spell. It's levitating. Nice home screen. Yeah, do you want the... Here, I'll give you a chance. Choose one picture that you want the history of. I will explain one of them. Take a good look. That's all you get from me. One explanation. Look hard. There's a lot of small photos. Have you chosen something you want to ask about? Who is JB? A goat? One of the OGs. Middle right. What is on the middle right? I found JB throwing it back. JB is a... Jaquise. Jaquise is a humble... a humble Deepwoken man. Who... is not a gorilla. And the person above that who sent that is a dev, or not a dev. He's a moderator. Where's Scrub, bro? I'm trying to tell you to him. He has mod, chat. I think I took away his mod because he timed people out for no reason. I had to. He was too powerful. Yo, what up? Anyways, there is 11 minutes until the calendar switches for some reason. All right, we can do a croons before it's Hellfire calendar. We can do a few croons, you know? I'm not going to make us do Hellfire for 2 hours, but we can do some croons. What is the origin of Neep's username? Master Builder? I thought this game was about building. Turns out it's about e-dating and developers getting canceled. All right, cursed. A croon before my bedtime. Set it up. I'm gonna AFK for 1 minute. All right, Curse, do you need pages? Not why you're, you know... Are you pageless? TB Draco? This guy never calls Draco. We having vape breaks. I went to the bathroom, bro. I don't vape. Don't vape. Don't put anything in your lungs but air. It's not that hard. And even air is not that good for you anymore. We're cooked. A little English. Hola. I don't... Enderable, help me. Party Neep. This guy just... Do you believe Curse went to my DMs and said, Neep, 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 I love you. Heart emoji. He said that. Can you believe that? He's never made the allegations. Okay, I may have lied. He has actually never DM'd me. He hates me. Ow, I was armor broken, took 1 damage in this game, bro. I do a seared rush clip. Did you know how many people DM me seared rush clips, bro? It's more than you'd imagine. That does not narrow it down at all. He's the tall one wearing the black shirt. What? Bro, we're at a concert. Like, nice, man. You narrowed it down. I know exactly who I'm looking for now. Guys, what are we gonna do if the Easter event isn't extended until January? Quit the game. Yes. Enderbull's DMs are worse than you can imagine. I can only fear for Major Dev 5, bro. Giving him a DM access. Bro, Major having his DMs open is probably so crazy. I wonder how many death threats he gets from people dying in his game. Just like full unhinged. I died in the new boss that was untested. I'm quitting your game. You suck. Like, bro. You gotta wonder if it's, yeah, me for real. Yeah, it's at least 7 of my DMs to him. 1 per death. Showing the locations of the legendary eggs. I am glad it helped you. Thumbs up, smiley face. I got Enderbull, my translator. Enderbull translate. I hope you continue gaining value from my videos. There you go. Is Cesari wiped 2 times in Croons. No, he did hitless, remember, guys? He said he did hitless. That liar. They literally all died in Croons, bro. Major died in Croons day 1. It's just so insane. He just wrote it in English. No, I mean, you translate to me like a never mind. I give up, bro. He's fine. He's having fun. I think he might have typed it and then put it in Google Translate, which is a banger. Really good. Except me party. Curse, do you need pages still? Yes, Neep, I've been sitting at the vault begging you for pages. How do you die in your own game? Well, when the game is untested, pretty easy to die in your own game. I think that's a common thing. A lot of devs have to let go that they're not the best players at their own games. I don't think that's, I'm not saying that's a problem with these devs, but a lot of devs have that issue. There's a point where they're not the best at their own game anymore. I'm joking. I'm not. I hate Pixel Quest. Anyways, what? Benoy. I love the Twitch emotes. As mi creador de contento favorito, me encanta. Gracias, mi amor. I can read that because it's basically English. He said favorita. Like, it's a banger. Guys, they don't teach Spanish in Canada. It's only French and English. Please, you can't make fun of me. Don't worry, I got this. Spain. 10 out of 10. I've never been in a Spanish class. I know in the US it's Spanish English, but in Canada it's English French, so I can't. All the USA people are making fun of me. That's the one downside of the flag. Just one little teeny tiny caveat. A few days, Pog. In a few days, I'm sure you've gotten much better at slamming your head through your keyboard when you die at this game. Just like me. Quite a magical time. Anyways, Curse, are you ready? Did you make your little things? No, Neep, I just stole your pages and left the server. Joy boy. Nice. Scrub, are you doing this without us? You little freak. He just called you bad in Spanish. I found a ruins. Look, I'm literally standing in one. There were two right next to each other. Please lock in. And referred you as a female. Neep a mala and ruina corrupt ass. I think he just called me bad at corrupted ruins. I don't think he referred to me as a female, unless one of those is feminine. Which, if so, how dare you? It's rough out here, bro. I'm getting flamed in alternative methods. Ender, calling Ender bad at Spanish is so funny, bro. Ender is bad at Spanish. Bro. Okay, who was holding it? Poor guy. I got some bad news for you. Ender is not bad at Spanish. He's literally... Never mind, bro. Ender might be first language Spanish. I don't even remember. I don't remember which one. I don't think so, though. Right? I don't remember. I don't remember. Please don't riot. I don't remember. I remember this conversation, and I don't remember what the answer was. Son. You said son? Hold on, son? Hold on. What? I need to find the son thing. Who'd I send it to? Oh, no. I don't remember who I sent son to. There's one where it's... it's the JJK punch, bro. It's so good. I don't know where it is. Son. I can't find it. I'm back in Neep heart emoji. My #1 fan. Guys, you ready to do Crystal Depth and TK on the weekend? Are you excited? Yay. No sigil user, hard times. Is there actually nobody with a sigil? That's crazy if so. I don't think that's true. There's always a guy with a sigil. Yeah, that guy's a sigil. See? There was literally always a guy with a sigil. Just tank the damage. Just don't die, skull emoji. Tell you what, if I got a banners or drop, I'll use it. All right, I will now carry. Sigil OP best item. Pretty good flag. Pretty good. The reason I moved it down from being the best was because you didn't really need that durability, but honestly, you kind of do here, so. The thing is, the new flag also gives defense, so. Yo, GG, new flag ruining everything. I don't even know what problem, whatever. I just died to Infernal. Chasm? Did you die lava skipping or did you get eruption phased? Did you run in between 4 eruptions and get one shot? Yeah, you gotta avoid that. That is that dungeon requires you to be very calm. It's the only dungeon in this game that requires you to just chill and get hit once. Ego will kill you in that boss. If you try to get hit by nothing, you'll get hit by everything. He's like, no, bro, I didn't die to that. I died to nothing. Got indeed one shot. Yeah. That is, in fact, what happened. So it never happens again. Here's the pro tip. Burn it into your mind. When you can't find a place to go or the eruption safe spot is more than 3 eruptions away, stand in the middle of one and just take one hit. Because those stupid eruptions, they have lingering hitboxes, which means that you can, if you're fast enough, you can run between 2 and get hit twice. But that also means if you are in between them, you can run between 6 of them and die instantly. If you stay in the middle, my pro tip. Unlucky. Common death. That dungeon kills people. And yes, Prism Scepter is good. Second best staff in the game, unironically, in my opinion. For normal people. But Neep, I'm so good with Omni Staff. I get top DPS. Yeah, against noobs, bro. I'm getting top DPS. You know who I'm competing with? Scrub. He's using a baller. I'm practically getting it for free. And then everyone else is just here. Like, I don't know. They're all using tank gear still. I've kind of forfeited tank gear. I don't really... My deaths have already all happened to this dungeon. I'm kind of mortal, actually. You can't die 100... The probability of me getting 20 deaths as boss is so low. Immortal. I'm just bad, but I use my normal gear. True. I'd use the Abyssal Helmet if I had one. Meanwhile, Scrub has 2. Yo, Scrub, can I just borrow a helmet, Loki? Actually, wait, no. If I die, you're gonna yell at me. Never mind. Also, no. You literally have 2, bro. You're not even using them. Do you trade them or something? Do something with them, please. Don't regret it. It's kind of free to get. It's from mini bosses. Nah. They're gonna rot in your vault forever, bro. It's over. I would use it over the crown. Oh. Leave me alone. Except me party. Yeah, man, let me just... All right, we def him that old sugar rush. I'm feeling sweet. Laggy, yeah, the server's breaking. It's whatevs. It's the server lagging, so it doesn't really matter. The boss is lagging too, you know. God. This is rough. I died for John Doe. True. Dude, what is this laser pattern? My safe spot, it's been ruined. Oh my god. Anyways, fair and balanced gameplay. Please. Give me the crown. I would actually use it. Which boss drops Prism Scepter? The blue one in the overworld. Please give me nothing. What? Am I due an item yet? What's the drop rate? I feel like as if I've done 30 or something. Scrub, it's been a few days. What would per chance you trade that helmet for? Don't say a Blight Edge, I will slap you. Why is Master Builder a leecher? Well, bro, you probably beat me by 0.1%. 10 Blight Edges. It's over. They know there is no problem. Bro, oh my god, Woodland Ruins key. I need to grab my coconut cakes. Oh, they're called carrot cakes, aren't they? Oh my god, I'm trolling. I've been calling them coconut cakes. Where did that come from? Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna get flamed. It's because they have green cream or white cream on them. They're creamy. I am still trading for sugar rushes, but usually what follows me saying that is, can I get a meta item for 12 of them? And the answer is no. Nice, bro. Sick. Cocoa nut crab. What? Wait, bro, I'm crafting them. Guys, stop killing the thing. He doesn't even have them. Unless you have them, then, you know. Yeah, but you get in there. This is so lost, bro. These guys are just gonna keep killing it. Guys, hold off. The man doesn't have the spawners. If you have spawners, then, you know, you got 700 people running up to delete the Woodland Ruin boss. Guy. W Woodland Ruin farming. Oh, is there new weeklies? Oh, I didn't even know this. 15 bogs. Pog. I can never get legendary cards. It's too difficult. Legendary cards in Clash Royale? Bro said TP Hellfire. What are we even doing, bro? What is Roblox even about? What are you guys? Y'all might be trolling. Genuinely. Party accept. Party invite Lil Dude. I'm banning you. You're ready, huh? Well, this guy, I think, went into a Hellfire, and I can't say no. It is on calendar. Small detour. I have not played Brawl Stars, no. I'm not a Brawl Star. I would never. Oh, what a noob. Oh. Hey, man, you could trade that Cinder Plate for sugar rushes. You know that, right? Alright, cool. Color red. W scan. I mean, transaction. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, Scrub, I'll give you this hot commodity cinder plate for a crown. Or what are they called? Helmets? Why? Were you even the guy who got the drop? Zam deal. All right, bro. I'm gonna need you to step back. Join curse party. 60 left on party. Wait, it's spawning? Oh my god. You spawned it? Dude. You're lucky I use my peepers. W deal. Also C. Yeah, we're waiting for the C rune. Or well, I'm making sure everyone gets in before I go in and carry. I mean, die. I mean, don't even worry about it, you know? Wait, why is there only 10 people, bro? Lock in. Fast, fast, fast. Get your setups. Omnistaff has been met. Omnistaff was meta for 1 week. It's just that they just keep releasing more and more items that are better than it. I'm an Omnistaff hater. I always will be because I'm right. If I had money, I'd join membership. Hey, thanks, man. But you don't have to. Only if you want to. And also, there is a benefit. You get members priority queue. Very cool. In which you get to insult me. No, you have to. Yeah, you... Wait. No. I forgot to do the 2 Troom bosses for the daily quest. No. The free gold clover. This is the worst that's ever happened. No. I forgot. I was too busy tier listing. Wilted Rose. This is the worst that's ever happened to anybody. Time to quit the game. The members only chat. I guess it is a members only chat, but it's kind of not meant to be. It can be used as a chat, I guess. Yeah, you get to see the pin messages, which are insane, to say the least. Oh. Are those homing arrows? I just realized. Are they? Can't tell. Those genuinely might be heat-seeking arrows. I saw it curve. A healing bomb. I do not have a healing bomb. That is 250 valor. So the answer is no. Well, it's 250 valor to me, I should say. The cat paywalled sailor's art. Yeah, the paywalled sailor Yuko art. Because it has to be paywalled. Oh my, it's insane. All right, good luck, nobody. I'm actually so sad I forgot about the Trooms. No. It's just that Sailor posted in the members only chat and I had to pin it all because it's all a banger. And so it's kind of a half benefit of being a member. You get to see the art we're talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. Yeah. Yeah, the greatest of all time did in fact produce, market the artwork. It's not my fault he made female Geodragon, okay? I just, I play with the hand I'm dealt. Don't hate the game, hate the player, or whatever the saying is. Lag. Hey man, it's Pixel Quest. We're used to lag at this point. The renderer is 2 potato chips tied together. And every time you even feel a little hungry, the chips explode. That's basically the server. Oh my god, bro. Phase is going terribly. Ooh, there's a campfire. Actually smart, bro. I should bring a campfire. W campfire. Ow, my cheeks, bro. Why'd he do that? I feel like I'm doing damage, but the boss isn't phasing. Anyone care to comment? Yeah, Neep, I'm not doing damage. I've done 3%. I'm using a Crystal Bastion. I'm using a Snow King's Blade for extra HP, Neep. Snow Leech Blade. Yes. I do sometimes donate to random people, but that's what makes it random. The fact that you'll never know when I'm feeling generous. Me next. And now he will never get anything from me. I'm like a crow. I'll remember his name forever. I need to see Sailor Yuko art before I die. I can't give you access for free. That'll be $5, please. That incriminating artwork cannot be public. No wonder I haven't heard about the CC announcement. By the way, also, once again, it says CC announcements in the thing. Usually you'd assume, oh, they must have DM'd. Like, no. Which means I'm not CC. GG, guys. We lost. It's time to move on to tennis, row tennis 2v2. I'll do live streams where I 2v2 tennis people or something. Shardbreaker like a peasant, dude. You're not a cookie cutter. Well, I can feel the aura in my brain. God. I can see every equation. Guys, we did it. All right, time for the 20-minute animation. You want my shovel? I do not want your shovel. Spoon Neep. If you give me the sword, I will crash out. Dude. I will now give Neep sword. No. Good. No one gets anything because this boss hates everybody. We don't even do this boss for loot. I'm gonna be real. I confess. Okay, what is that mini boss? What's that world boss? That's a JD. This one is Krampus. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Krampus. Get me some epic eggs real quick. Genuinely doing the boss for the love of the game. The achievement, I guess, bro. I don't know. It doesn't give you loot, and the loot is bad anyway. The only place I would ever use the helmet is the boss itself. So it's really just not looking good. Wow. I'm remarkably surprised by how many mobile players there actually are. Mobile's finally getting party. I'm probably going to see a lot of new names in the party requests from mobile players. Guys, what if instead of today's pick, it was today's lick? Yo, the boss is still strafing. You lied to me. I think the boss is still strafing. I don't think it's fixed. I think it might be intentional that he strafes like this now. There he goes. Longer than mobiles joining in. All the mobiles is crazy. If I was called a mobile, I'd crash out, I think. Okay. You think because they're ending the Easter event, they'll forget to put Easter chests in the gauntlet? I hope they're in the gauntlet again. I hope it wasn't just 1 week. We have decided, due to the QOL update, we are extending the Easter event by 1 day. Yay. It's gonna be gone, Wilted Rose. I just need to get 100 chests before the event ends, basically. During the weekend luck bonus. I think I'm good. As long as Gauntlet gives them, I'm clearing it no diff. I don't even know how many I have, though. I did a bit of grinding off stream. 75 Easter chests. Okay, well. Going to play Brawl Stars. Is Brawl Stars even good? I was using Worm Robe the whole time. Oh. Are you ready, man who begs to do croons? Brawl Stars is garbage. Yeah, I'm not sure what's... Maybe it's in big teams, the boss strafes now for no reason. I'm only killing this for the chance of the stupid bow. Yeah, okay. Well, are you ready? You built like Joe. Who's Joe? Oh, it was happening in solo? Yeah, I have no idea. It's going away in 3 days and 23 hours. That you're being tricked. It's gonna say 0 day. It doesn't have another countdown. It's just days. It's basically 4 days. Joe Mama. Joe Biden. I'm gonna Joe Death. What's you're gonna feel? Why is Neep even killing this? Spamming Brawl Stars. I would not forgive you. I forgive nobody ever, never. Unnerfed croons. What? I think I was in a. Shall I spawn a Kate? What's a CD? That man entered a thing. I'm waiting till someone says 50 seconds. Did he? Or did you guys kill the woodlands? Before bedtime. What do you mean bedtime? Join? Oh, the croons is crooning, guys. You must make the choice. Do you want to die to croons or do you want to go to the moon? Yes, but Draco Axe scales better with dexterity. Brawl Stars. Dude, what is happening? I love Brawl Stars. No. Stop. Yeah, Scrub was going to get the Easter Blade, guys. They should put an Easter reskin in this place. Called it the Corrupted event. How would you Brawl Star a salad? How would you star in a show about you being stupid? You'd be credited. Dude. Don't say -2. That's a banger. Ew, a boulder. Evil Neep. No way, a boulder, the 15th boulder of today. Like, dude. Boulder shoulder. I still have Fire's banner. Fire emoji. I promise I'm killing the flag bearers, bro. At least I'm trying to. I'm shooting my axes at them. I don't know if it's doing enough, but... Yo. Let me ask you a question. Would that be a good bit? Would that add a lot of flavor to the live stream if every time I attack something? Let me ask you a question. Every time. Every single time. Yeah, that'd be great. You're a genius. Maybe you should be in this seat and I should be there. Anyways. Actually, oh my god. Hey, I can't understand your accent. My bad, guys. That joke was accidental. I don't have any more. If I think of one, I'll be sure to throw it in somewhere. It's a great biz, really, truly. Guys, I'm dying. Can everyone sacrifice your life to heal me 5 health? Thanks. Stop spamming. Unlucky. Guys, I've been thinking. I've done the boss 30 times, and War Guy said when he did the boss 30 times, he had 3 drops. Thoughts? Dude. Hello? Or my game didn't crash. No, my power went out. Just enough to kill the monitor. Sick, bro. Oh. How's my Wi-Fi still up? It went back up. There was a power surge. But my PC has a surge protect. My monitor went black. Is bro bad? My game didn't freeze, but I did. My bulb died. Hold on. You're not War Guy. Hope this helps. So average. Or hold on. You combat a lot. My power half went out. It killed my monitor. That's why I had the Nexus. I was like, oh, it's gonna crash me, but it didn't. Don't go to the Draco. We must do the crystal. We must do the quiddle. That was cringe, bro. I got power surged. We love when the power grid is basically 3 people lighting fires under each other. I was bad, bro. Yeah, I had to press R though. I don't know what was going on the screen for me. Okay, I'll say this. One monitor went out, the other was still on. I could see the game through the OBS replay. I could have just done the boss through OBS for 5 seconds, but I was worried it was gonna like full crash me. So what we should grind. I want to eventually make a video like that about how to reach the end game of Pixel. I guess I could because but they keep adding QOL stuff, bro. Like we'll see. The problem is they keep adding stuff. Really, the tip is just go to the graveyard and get yourself a scythe. Cap? What do you mean cap? Yeah, Neep Nexus at full HP for no reason. While the boss was phasing. Spoon us. You know what's crazy? I probably would have got to drop that one. Just truly average, honestly. At least I'm getting epic eggs anyway. I'm caking the wiki. There is a new wiki actually. You could use like the wiki is updated. Keep your top DPS. I Nexus halfway through. I don't even know when I Nexus. That was still early in the fight. We weren't even final phase. Neep sucked, bro. Nexus while the boss was phasing and there were no projectiles on the screen. What a noob. Dude. Wait, where's that Draco? Is it a Draco? My power's volatile. I'm scared of croons now. I'm gonna go in there and everything's gonna explode. This legendary so hard to get. Like, what? What do you mean 25 plus dungeon rush? Do not do dungeon rushes for legendaries, please. Zeke, what? Zeke, you know the answer to that question. How do I ban Zeke, bro? Why are you asking me about... You know... Never mind. This noob, bro. Stop LARPing as a noob. Drop rates are very high. There is no legendary in this game that you need to worry about that is rarer than 1%. But the problem is people will go 2 times drop rate, which is very normal in games like this. And they'll think, man, the drop rates suck. But you're just 3 times rate on a 1 in 80. Yeah, you did 200. You're just unlucky, bro. I don't know. I went 160 for a Crimson Bow. GG. Probably a 1 in 90 or something. I have a solution to the game. Remove the calendar. Double every boss's loot chance by 2. You know, double it. Double drop rates. If you're worried about the skins, put them in biomes. Coconut crab drops from, you know, rarely from pirate and mermaid. The stupid whitebeard drops rarely from swamp. The crazy Dave can drop rarely from woodlands. I don't care. You just keep adding them to biomes. There we go. Problem solved. Rob, it's your fault for using a baller. What? Does make it slow kill the bosses make more high chance to get legendary? No. The drop chance will never change, no matter what you do. But if you kill things slower, you get less loot rolls an hour, and thus you will get less legendaries. They're not rarer for you. You're just killing the boss less. Noob. Bro, Scrub's literally hacking or something. I don't know, man. It's terrible. Probably so. I know, right? All right. I can go back and do a Croons now, I think. Never mind, this is Krampus. I love world bosses. They give me epic eggs. What are we gonna do when bosses stop dropping epic eggs? I'm eating a whole buffet. Quit. I can't wait to wait. What should I put in the tier list thumbnail? A wilted rose. No. A set collecting dust. A few croons when the calendar is bad is what you will get out of me. Because the loot is actually useless. Too intelligent. There is not one person here using a piece of the croon set. Everyone with War Guy especially, bro. He has 3 pieces. He's not gonna ever use that. Dude. Chat, is Mark Grayson cooked? All right, someone said the Invincible has 2 more episodes, but I thought it had 1 more, according to Google. Does anyone know? Anyone a super Invincible fan who knows if it's 8 or 9 episodes? It really didn't air that long because they released 3 episodes at once. Title card. I need more quotes from Thrag, bro. Every Pixel Quest player that quits leaves a void in me. He needs to say more quotable things, bro. The death of every Pixel Questian leaves a void in me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, such a banger, bro. I thought the purge already happened. It's crazy to like the timeline is literally just immediately. I thought the whole thing was that the Emperor did the purge and is literally crazy and then they killed him. But no, it's the Emperor was low-key fine. Bro was just a little old. I don't know. Like if it's a crime to be old, then ban this guy right here. And the bosses and what bosses we need to attack. One day I probably will. An endgame route. Oh my god. Just got ballered. Everybody needs to have a Levitine in their bank that they will never use. Meta fire emoji. Meta. We're gonna have this terrible cycle where people are gonna be like, Neep said it wasn't meta, so I'm trading blight edges for Levitines. Woohoo! And then they're gonna get a bunch of Levitines and they're never gonna use them and they're gonna be bad and they're just gonna be usurped by new items, the new swords, you know? It's actually gonna be so funny. Remember when everyone was like, bro, everyone's trading Omni staffs for shard breakers, these idiots. Notice how Omni staff is worthless. If It's literally Omnistaff V2. We're gonna have the same thing. Bro, I just trade a Blight Edge for a Levantine skull emoji, skull emoji. Need tier list W, and then and they're never gonna use it. Oh, I just traded, bro. Everyone's trading Omnistaffs for Shard Breakers. I'm collecting so many Omnistaffs. GG, bro. Leva bad. I trade it for 2 Blighteds. Yes, the Levantine is bad. You can... It's a little better than what Omni was. Omni was actually unusable. All right, are we ready to do a Croons? I missed the last Croons because Lightning Bolt hit a Transformer and cut the power. So, you know, that wasn't even my fault, bro. I didn't get to participate. What legs should I look for? Coral Staff. Mushroom Bomb. Mushroom Bomb, I guess. Hold on. Where is it? This item. Perhaps this item. Hold on. These are notable items that if you see them, keep them and use them. There you go. There you go. This is from Graveyard Mini Bosses. Left a floral biome, they're holding a chest. Ooh. Or they're holding a scythe. Smiley face. Two Blighteds is insane, considering there's only 100 or so Blighteds in existence. How many Blighteds oh my god, how many Blighteds apostrophe S exist? Seek out the weakness that allowed this leeching and purge it from our... That's a banger. We must purge this leeching from our midst. I'm not leeching. I don't believe you. Banger. Oh no, that's not early to mid. That's... Oh, you mean hat? The scythe is literally the entrance to endgame. It is the opening of the door. How many Sugar Rush for Omni Staff? How many you got? Omni Staff's worthless garbage, but I know you like it, so I'm gonna ask for 16 or something. I'll take 16. Six. Yeah, no. There's a pity luck, or are the legendary drops random? The pity is the souls. But the laws of math dictate that the probability of you not getting an item plummets. It doesn't actually change, but you are not going to go 1,000 bosses without getting a drop. It will never happen to anybody. Which means that every time you kill a boss, you're counting down a number until you get a drop that is less than 1,000. More so, it's 20, 30. You know, the magical number, the magical clock is probably something like 14 for me to get a drop from Croons or something. You know? What attack? Coral Staff is early game. Then you get tiered gear. Then you get a scythe. And then you can do anything in the game. And then it's skill based. Oh, well, this turned into Hellfire. I won't say no. It is on calendar. Probably, actually, definitely more worth our time than Croons. It's just I'm sad that I had to next sell the last Croons because my computer exploded. You know, my monitor went black and I was like, oh, DC, GG. But it didn't DC. I was still just in the game. So I'm not sure why the monitor had to die. I'm not sure how it deserved that. I could still hear audio. What is Rune 1? A bugged item. I cut the wires, dude. Are they? No, the Easter chests that are from codes give you trade locked items. Code stuff is untradeable. For reasons you can kind of guess. That move out did not get Rune 1, bro. That was, did he? Then it happened in testing. He got a drop in the testing place. No. Well, Brian, it's not really a leak for next update. It's a leak for the future. But we already knew it was going to be like that. There's going to be 5 corrupted bosses. They're all going to drop a rune. And you need every rune to spawn 1 times 1 over here. Look. Oh, Rune 1. There it is. That's what it is. It's definitely not the next update.